Hello and welcome to TeaTime Girls.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Tori.
And today we're going to be making vanilla cupcakes.
We just got back from holiday, so while we're trying to figure out what type of holiday themed recipe we shall make, we thought we'd do a nice, simple, basic cupcake recipe.
Idiot proof.
No, I still have not made this successful.
Almost idiot proof.
While we're doing this, we're going to take advantage of Emma's birthday present. It was Emma's birthday yesterday. Yay! She turned the ripe old age of 19.
I feel so old.
She's younger than me, so we're not going to get into that conversation. I managed to buy her 4 of these. You can get these most places. I got mine from a store in the UK called Discount UK, but I'm not going to tell you how much they were because it was a birthday present. So, but you can, or they're on eBay or in a whole multitude of places. So as well as using these,
we're going to use these silicone ones here. So you can use normal ones. It's just these ones you can just throw in the dishwasher and they're reusable. Also, with these ones you don't actually have to put them in a baking tray because they don't fall over like normal ones do. So on the whole, they're just easier to use. But you can just use normal ones, or you can just completely negate it and go without. It's completely up to you. It just means more scrubbing and washing. So this recipe is really easy. It's called the 1, 2, 3 recipe. Because you simply need to remember 1, 2, 3. So you're going to need 1 cupful of vanilla, 1 pinch of salt, 2, this is kind of cheating, 100 grams of flour, 200 of sugar, and 200 of butter, 3 eggs. You're also going to need some cream. This is for decorating, so this is completely personal preference. The equipment you're going to need for this is some silicone cases, or just normal cases, it's up to you, or no cases at all. A whisk, or if you don't want to use a whisk, you can use an electronic whisk. 1 wooden spoon, 1 big bowl for mixing, and a muffin tin. Last but not least, most important thing in our 1, 2, 3 recipe, 1 cup of tea.
of course what I meant to say was 2 cups of tea because I'm helping.
No, it's called the 1, 2, 3 recipe because you need 1 cook in the kitchen.
As is the way we cook with Emma. She's a bit of a dictator in the kitchen.
It's not my fault you do it wrong. Okay, so to start this, we're going to throw the butter into our mixing dish.
I shall be here for moral support. Go Emma! You're doing a great job.
Oh, I was.
Under pressure.
I'm going to put the sugar in. I think I am doing a great job. And then mix them together. You can mix them.
No, you were doing a great job.
I want you to feel involved.
I will, I'll do the...
Okay, so Tor's going to whisk 3 eggs in a bowl.
That's what I'll do. Number 4.
No, I want you to do it with your eyes.
It's not working.
So the demon oven just came on. You need to preheat your oven to 200 degrees. Or...
We'll put the links to however many cups or ounces or whatever other people use. Did that just crack? We'll see.
Well, it's
only
all over
time
your tea.
will tell.
It's all over your tea.
High of the decade, only time will tell. I'm playing on Fable 3, thankfully.
I finished Fable 2. Took me 2 days.
You did. You probably whizzed through it. This
Like
she
all
doesn't
of
do any of this.
I've done like all of the side quests. There's like 8 I haven't done. And don't you dare say they're the most important thing.
There might be. How do you know you haven't done them?
Because one's like, make some guy off himself.
That's like half the storyline. Wish to devour the unborn.
Eggs. Lots of eggs.
My dad taught me a really cool trick to remember when you're whisking. Is that you always want to...
Just making sure they know we're related.
I think just by looking at us and our demeanours, they'll know we're related. Right, so our dad taught us a trick about what to look for when you're whisking. And it's that you want them, you want to make circles. And when you bring it up round, you want whatever you're whisking to cover like a blanket over the fork. So, I don't know if you can see it like that. So the fork's always covered by whatever it is you're mixing. And it's all from the wrist. Mention to do this.
Okay, so you're going to want to keep mixing your butter till it looks like this. Don't make the mistake that I do every single time I do this. Do not lick your fingers. It may look nice, but it is just sugar and butter.
They should form nice little bubbles when you've finished whisking.
And if you'd like to throw in a little bit of the egg. Yep. And then just mix that in.
Normally I'm not allowed to help her with baking. This is a historic day.
It's because I'm feeling charitable. It's my birthday.
It was your birthday yesterday. We're having an extended birthday. She had a birthday day before her birthday. She had a birthday on her birthday. And now we're having a birthday weekend.
So you're going to want to add the egg in gradually. You can chuck it in all at once, but it just means that when you mix it, there's more chance of it flopping over the side and just going everywhere. So just add it in gradually. There's no rush really.
The tea is a lot hotter than I thought it was going to be.
So we'll just make you a new one. Okay, so this go round, what I'm going to do, because I've got a liquid mixing in, I'm going to add the vanilla. Now, you can add this at a later stage, but I always find that if you add it whilst you're adding the flour, it does something really strange to the consistency. So I just added in a capful of the vanilla essence. You can add more in or less, but it's personal taste. Okay, so then you're just going to stir that in as well. So we're going to add some more of the egg in, please.
Yes. What?
I don't even know what I said there.
I don't know either.
Master's going to sell me tomorrow. So who would sell me? I'm fabulous. More, please? Please, sir. I want some more.
Is it just quote day today?
Well, I'll just stop talking to you if you prefer.
Yes, that is a directly proportional response
Good.
to the
Alright.
query I raised. Oh, I do it now. I'll set up these. So what we're going to do is, rather than have these scattered amongst our oven, we're just going to put these into the muffin tin. I'm going to put these into the muffin tin, just so we can keep an eye on them, really, because little blighters tend to run away. I'm fully aware of the sentence I just said.
Okay, so after you finish stirring, your mixture should look like this. I'm aware it looks a little bit like vomit, but it's how it's supposed to look.
Advertising. Way to sell the product. Everyone, please don't go into marketing.
Sure. So we're just going to add a bit in of the flour.
Okay, that's been done, my lady. What now?
You could put the cream in the blend mixer.
I thought we were going to do it like hardcore bakers.
No, that's why I said an electric mixer.
Okay.
It hurts your arm.
Oh. You've already set it up. I didn't do anything. I was just pour it in. Do you want all of it doing? Or?
No, not all of it.
Okay. Do you want to do it? That way you know how much you put in?
I don't know, will you mess up my stirring?
I won't touch it.
I see you.
I like how that was my job, but still I didn't do it right.
I'm just saying, just do it better. We wouldn't have these problems. This is why you're not allowed in the kitchen. Do you want to stir this?
No.
I asked.
Just let the record state. I'm supposed to keep it light and fluffy.
Please continue.
I have your tea in Sean Connery mode. Oh, that's not fun. Emma's favourite Bond.
Who's my favourite Bond?
Favourite person. Favourite Bond. Both of our favourite Bond. Pierce Brosnan. No one beats Pierce Brosnan. I think it's because that was our first Bond.
It's
You
like-
don't forget your first
You don't forget your first one, like you don't forget your first Doctor. You like David Tennant more than you like Christopher Eccleston.
And I think I might like Matt Smith more than I do Tennant.
Oh, because he's awesome there. So what we're going to need to check now is make sure that there are no lumps in this. Because oh, I'm so glad. So what you're going to want to do is just like bring your mixture up and then just kind of drop it down a little bit.
That's part of why I'm here. I get to lick the bowl when she's done. If she doesn't use a palette knife, I think that's really unfair. When my mum's like, oh yeah, Tori, you can lick the bowl. Uses a palette knife, so there's nothing left.
Okay, so there aren't any lumps in mine. But if you do get lumps, what you do is you simply get it on the back of your spoon and you press it against the side of your bowl. If that doesn't work, you kind of jab at it.
That's my chosen method. Just stabs.
Or you can just keep beating it. So just keep. It gets very messy. It goes all over your kitchen. This isn't Street Fighter.
I was thinking more Tekken, but okay.
So you're going to need a spoon now. No, a spoon, not a
Poo. Very mature. I do a science-based course, and whenever they talk about hard tissue, I just can't help but laugh.
Okay, do you want to spoon yourself actually? Can you just together?
I can't. I've tried spooning myself. It's just lonely. In bed, spoons.
You know what I do when I feel really lonely? I push the quilt up behind me so it feels like someone's hugging me.
It's okay. You never have to be alone again.
Okay, so you're going to get a dessert spoon, not a tablespoon. Just fill it up to the brim. So if you don't have enough in, don't worry, you can always come back. Do you want to help?
No, my job's been fulfilled.
You've done like nothing. I'm glad. So you're going to want to make sure that your fingers are clean. So I'm just going to go wash mine.
I washed mine earlier.
Okay. So the reason you're going to wash your hands is because a lot of the time it doesn't come off the spoon easily enough. So you're going to need to use your fingers to scrape it off. You can use another spoon, but then you need to get it off that one. It just gets really messy. So load up your tablespoon and put it in your first little casing.
What are you thinking about, little bear?
Murder!
Apparently, yes, this is the quoting video. We're going to spend the whole time just quoting. Can you eat this?
No, you cannot eat that. You need to leave some for guests.
Where have you squirreled the hand wash?
Oh, it's over there. I'm going to be finished by the time we're ready.
That's the plan. They even come with little plastic saucers. It's the cutest thing.
But if you do buy them, you don't put the sauces in the oven.
Don't put the sauces in the oven. There's like a really massive
But
label.
you washed your hands now.
Yeah. Let's just need to dry them. We need to dry. And then we need a tea break. And then we've got some leftover mixture. So what we're going to do is use our leftover muffin cases and just chuck them in as well.
Please do make as many as you require. This.
Not the, the mixture of requirement.
The Mary Poppins mixture.
And then Harry
I know what you meant.
Okay.
Mary Potter hasn't.
Mary Potter.
Mary Poppins, there we go, see similar names, has an endless bag, was my point.
There's a really cool video seen online where it says Gallifreyan University on it.
That is amazing.
I wanted to buy it you, but it was like 70 quid, so I was like, I never put more that much. Okay, it's my job not now.
You can have that spoon.
Yay! Oh, I don't isn't it? Wow.
Really? There's still lots of them. So if you have one of these handy devices that will make your sister hate you, you want to get it out.
Yeah.
The tea! Is it the watermelon?
Yes. The dodos, which are the cutest birds ever. Trying birds.
Do you know why they became extinct?
Because they're too stupid to make.
Yeah.
Pandas are exactly the same. They're too lazy to make.
That's true.
They're literally like shoving them towards each other. They're like, do something! Like,
Do
no.
someone.
No, I just want bamboo.
So we didn't show you, but we did add in a pinch of salt earlier. I totally forgot, my fault. So what we're going to want to do now is put these in our preheated oven at 200. So if you decide to make less and just make bigger cupcakes, obviously your cooking time will be a lot longer.
Stick these in, and how long do you need to leave them in for?
Well, for this many, this size, we're going to check them after 5 minutes, but they should only take about 15.
Okay, let's go.
So unfortunately we had our cupcakes a little bit too close to the top, and some of them have burnt.
But because they're burnt, I mean there are some good ones that Emma will be, messing around.
Taking credit for.
Yes. But because they're burnt, we'll just, burnt ones aren't completely non-salvageable. So what we tend to do is this. We just cut off the tops of them, that way you've got a flat surface for decorating and some cake to eat. But then no one knows that no one has to know that you burnt them. It's just you.
Just us.
So
like
I'm
if you
gonna
drop stuff in the kitchen. No one
Who's
needs
to know? So I'm gonna go ahead and carry on. I've got a very sharp serrated edge knife, and I'm just gonna cut off the top of the case, pop them out of the casing, and just cut them to level. So here they are, 2 of our beautifully decorated cupcakes. Now all that's left is the taste test. Right, I am not quite sure there is an elegant way to eat these. So I'm just
So you want to leave your cupcakes in for about 7 minutes and don't have them too close to the top.
yeah, because although the ones that were close to the top burnt, the ones that weren't close to the top were cooked perfectly. So
If you're not sure that they're done or not, simply get a clean knife, put it in the centre of the biggest one, take it out. If there are any draw marks on it, it's not cooked, so put it back in. Also, if you press the top, it should feel spongy. And bounce back. So all that's left to say is goodbye. That's it from me.
and that's it from her.
Cheerio!